actually built this when I was 17 in my mum's garage. For Augury, the guitar we use is my custom-made, not Gibson, Les Paul. Modeled it after a 1960 Black Beauty because I like the thinner neck profile. And as you can see, it's seen many a show with Space Flamingo. It's got probably the gnarliest Bocker ratchet I've ever seen. There's going to be a lot of gain running through a pretty powerful amp, so the less noise we introduce, the better. For this, we'll use the bridge pickup, which I actually have a Wolfie Tone Mark II put in here, Alnico 5 magnet. So that sounds like this. On Augury, we're only really using one pedal, and I bought it for Augury, and that is the new Earthquaker Devices Life pedal. This is a version 3. It's essentially just a rat with a blendable octave circuit, analog octave circuit, and a boost. For this, we'll turn the rat on. This is our clean sound. Pretty hairy. In terms of distortion, we're using the symmetrical clipping option, which is essentially the stock rat sound. We're getting the gain at about noon, and the filter, we sort of do it to taste depending on the amp and the venue, but for today we're putting the filter in just to the point where it doesn't quite pierce your ears. So if I back it off a bit, and you get the brighter sound. It's a bit much, so we warm it up a bit and turn that up to about, I'd say 11 o'clock is what we got on. Makes it a bit more controlled. We're using the analog octave circuit in here, so I'll put that on. Now, a good thing about the Life pedal is the octave circuit is blendable. Octave is staying on the whole time, but I'll blend it out. So here's our dry tone. And then the complete other end of the spectrum with the octave all the way in. Pretty cool, but it's just a little too hairy for my taste. So we're going to take it down to about 2 o'clock. So we get the warmth of the humbucker, and we get that sort of snarly analog octave. The cool thing about analog octaves as opposed to a digital octave like a POG or something like that is they're not designed to be super accurate. So when you do polyphonic sounds like keeping this open A over this octave up A, together they sound cool, but you go out of that at all and it gets real chewy. Almost becomes a sort of upper octave ring modulator, which I love. That's why I love analog octaves over digital. It is awesome. That's the pedal that we use. The amp is my Desert Island amp. This is my baby. 140 watt output section. It rips. We're using channel 1, which is the warmer of the 2 channels. And the way we got it set up is the EQ is pretty passive, so treble and middle are just maxed out all the way, and then you just turn the bass down so it doesn't get a little mushy. In terms of gain, we have the gain set up at about 12 o'clock. This will work for pretty much any British style amp you have at home. Have the gain on a bit of an edge of breakup sound. So if you play really light, it's almost fully clean. But you dig in and you got a nice sort of AC/DC kind of thing going on, but a little bit warmer. With the Sun Life pedal, we're feeding that octave thing into it. So it's a really harsh, bright sound on its own. Turning the amp onto the edge of breakup will just shave off that top end a little bit and create a bit more compression. So I'll play the main riff of Augury, turn the pedal off, which is what we use for the intro. That's how you do Augury. If you want to play it at home, all you need is a rat with a fairly snarly octave setting in it, guitar with some nice humbuckers, and a big amp That's about it.